Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. On this episode, Jen and I are up here solo. Supervisor didn't come up, kids didn't come up, Justice didn't come up, no one came up. So we're up here for the weekend, and I believe only thing I brought up with me was my chainsaw. So tomorrow, I got the generator cranking over here. Tomorrow I plan on tackling some of this mess over here. Okay, I cut down all this stuff a couple videos ago, and I need to cut it up, stack it, and probably in the next couple months split it all. We need firewood. Yep, that's my plan, what I want to do tomorrow. Yeah. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting out at Jen's Snack Shack ordering some breakfast. Right, Jen? Hello.
Hello. Just cleaning my black stuff.
So we woke up around 7-ish. Been sitting on the front porch having a little bit of coffee. It rained off and on all night. You know, the grass is all wet, but it's always wet regardless. I believe today is going to be a nice hot one. Might have some thunderstorms. So this is good that it's going to be warm and hot, and hopefully not too many thunderstorms, if any, so I can get some stuff done. We're sitting on a porch and we're talking, and looks like, so the plan is, right as of right now, we're always coming up with something, is unfortunately, probably unless I do a solo trip by myself, I probably won't be up to the cabin for a couple weeks. I might pop in. I might. So, yeah, when I get back here, probably the grass will be crazy, and, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on at home and at work. So, when we return, I'm hoping, I know I say this, I've been saying it for a year, I'm hoping I purchase some solar stuff. I mean, I've been researching a lot of different things. It's a pain in the ass, big decisions, and buy the wrong crap, and then I'm stuck with it, and I have to make it work. Spider's trying to go in my coffee. Jennifer's garden this year. Those tomato plants got some pretty thick stems. It looks good. Looks very good. Look at this one. Woo! I don't see this, folks. These are all little tomato plants from last year. Last year, I left a lot of the tomatoes rotting in there, and it looks like they, oh my god, what's that, mushroom? That's a drippy mushroom. Let me show you what we got here. Looks like it's melted. So our little garden up in Vermont is taking off. I don't see nothing growing on it yet, but Jen did get some stuff at the home garden. Oh, I see tomatoes at the end there. So we got tomatoes growing over here. Check them out. Those little plants look sad. I see flowers coming on these. The littlest, crappiest looking tomatoes plants have tomatoes on them. The big ones with the big, thick stems have nothing. So, as you can see, this is where I would like to put the solar panels. Actually, right here. The sun will start here, comes all the way over, and it may be around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5. It's behind the trees here. You'll still get some sun. So this would be the spot, I believe. All right, let me get to work. I gotta start cutting this grass. All right, folks, I gotta change the battery, of course. So I started a fire over here. I dug a little hole. This is some really paper thin. I just want to get some coals going. I got a little bit better wood here to throw on top of that. And once that starts going, there's some branches and stuff that I used to cut down off of the trees last year that I threw over here in a big bunch. And as you witnessed so far, you saw me just push back about 6 feet of the side yard. It's just ferns. And then I started running into the bunches of branches. So Jen started cutting them up, but of course the battery died on her choppers. And so we're gonna try to attempt to start burning some. It rained all last night. Everything's damp, but it's supposed to all dry up. So right now in the morning, we're gonna try to burn some. See how it goes. It's funny, you saw me take out that stump that was right there. I used to have a tree there when we first bought the property. I believe the tree fell. It was over the path, and I forgot all about it until I started digging right there, and I just pulled up what was left of the stump. So let's get this fire going, and I'll continue now pulling out some of the down the stumps and the twigs and cutting them up and getting them ready to burn. And there's a bunch of old logs over there. I'm gonna pull them out, try to split them. Their ants are everywhere. So once I get them all up, I'll put down some ant poisoning. I got those little bag shaker bags. Those things work great. We used to have a big ant problem last year in the cabin. I did it twice around the perimeter and they all disappeared. But we still get them now and then. We'll see one or two, but nothing like it. Started becoming like an infestation. But once I shook those bags around the perimeter, they take the little nooks back to their nest, and whatever happens, everyone feeds on them. It just wipes the entire colony out. I don't care, as long as they're not in my cabin, and especially like carpenter ants and stuff. That's the last thing I need. So let me tend to my fire since it looks like it's going out, and we'll put you on fast forward again and see how much of this we could get cleaned up today. All right, folks, so Jen and I have been at it. I don't know if I was in the shot the whole time or just Jen. Looks like Jen did all the work. Jen set up some chairs back there. We're gonna take a little break because it's super humid out. It's probably in its early 70s there.
Probably 75.
75?
Yeah, but it's so humid. It's like
yeah,
wet.
but it's very humid. We got the fire roaring now. Gotta just be careful because everything's starting to dry up. But my whole goal is to get exactly where we're at right this second. Let me show you what's going on. Looks like all that wood will catch. It won't. What will happen is the stuff that's burning, I dug a hole. I think you saw that. It'll burn down in the hole, and then I'll start throwing in more and more of these big logs as soon as they start drying out. This stuff is soaked. basically, I'm not sure, maybe it was some trees that I cut down just to clean up the property a little bit, because when we first moved into the property, if you're a subscriber, you know that the tree line was like way up there, and every year I moved it back about 6 feet until I think last year I got it right to the pine, and I cut down a couple of the birches, the dark bush birches. I was on that side to give the pine more sunlight, so this side could grow, because I really like pines. And this year I got rid of a lot of stuff here that was just a mess. The canopy in my woods is a mess. So I want to give sunlight to some of the pines and other trees so they could grow up healthy. And like right here, I got to thin all this out because there's a whole bunch of trees growing on top of each other, and they're all in their young years here, and they're fighting for sunlight, and it's just a mess. And a lot of the branches now are coming over, touching the cabin, and I don't want that. That's how insects get up in the cabin. So as you can see, I got one hell of a fire going, and all these things are like soaking wet. The only thing good is when they dry out, they're like paper thin, and they'll go up quickly, and hopefully this will be burnt by the afternoon sometime. What I'm gonna do right after I get done here, let me show you what's going on. I don't know if you could see what I was doing. So all this stuff here was right here. It was all pushed back into ferns. It was probably trees and stuff, and we chopped them up, just threw them back there. I don't know why we wouldn't use them as firewood. It was probably the owners before us, some down trees, they chopped it up, threw it down there, because I don't remember doing that. The ones that are down, the big trees, are the ones I took down. I will be chopping those up, bringing them up here, stacking them, and probably in a month or so splitting them all. See, they were just like this, but it was deep. So I got most of them out. I'm gonna split these, put them by the fire. Hopefully I burned all this crap wood up. It was infested with ants, and ants kept going up my legs and biting my ankles. Hopefully I'm not filled with ant bites, but we'll find out. And I'm gonna come back with the brush mower and get all this stuff out, see what I have back there. So all the down branches from the trees I dropped, I'm gonna drag them out, cut them up. And I don't think I'll burn those, just the twigs and stuff. I'm gonna keep them for to start fires. Whew. I'm telling you, it is humid, folks. It's like the Amazon over here. So that's really all that's going on right now. Jen and I go take a quick break, refuel, and then I'll get back at it, see how much we could get done today. If we get a lot done, if it gets too hot, maybe we'll journey down to the lake and take a dip in the lake. I don't know. Jen wants to do that. She always wants to go kayak. I feel bad because we're always doing stuff and working where it's crappy weather, so we never get to kayak. We never go to the lake. Last year I don't think we went at all, maybe once. So this year I'm gonna try to get to it. It's probably cold, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if I could get to the lake and juggle a bunch of stuff. All right, let me take my break so I get back to work. Oh my God. All right, so Jennifer went inside, see what time it was, and it's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still hot. Cooled down just a tiny bit because it looked like it was going to rain. Still looks like it may rain. Still humid. So Jen said, let me whip you up some pizza to get you going for the rest of the day. So that is what Jennifer's doing over there. Look at that. That one looking good. You can burn it a little. I like it burnt. We like ours New Haven style because we live in the pizza capital of the world, and we're lucky enough being in Connecticut, being in the pizza belt, and having the #1 pizza in the world. But let me come on down over here. See, I can't talk. Let's go down over here and I'll show you what we have accomplished. It's a lot.
So I took out my weed whacker because I can't get this down there because there's a lot of stumps. And when this hits the stumps, it's chewing up the thread too fast. And it's hard for me, even though it's a push, it gets stuck and it's a little unlevel and messy, and it's hard to get up when it's going up. Anyway, it doesn't work well on very unleveled areas. And this is like a minefield. So I took out my weed whacker. Bad thing about the weed whacker is I don't have no thread, and I brought it home by accident, and the twine I have doesn't fit. So I put on one of the blades, and the blade just doesn't. You need the actual wire to get in between and go around things, and it just doesn't work well. So let me see if I could show you what we got going on here. So soon this will be all maybe level. I don't know if it'll be level, but it'll be, you know, nothing here. Hopefully I could get these stumps out of here. So just today we expanded the side yard, I don't know, 25 feet. So we're about at this point here. Once I come down here and clean up more, I'm gonna get my chainsaw going. This spot is ant heaven. They're crawling up my legs, biting me. I don't know. They were living in one of those stumps that I split up. So as you can see over here, there's a down tree, down tree, down tree. I need to cut all those up and then get rid of all the brush and push it back further. That tree may stay. That tree's going. That tree's going. That tree is dead. That tree, I don't know. Maybe it will stay. I don't know. I'll take a look. But I think the one in the center's going. Maybe the one on the trail will stay. Yeah, we did a lot. Jennifer's done a lot. If you're watching, you see Jennifer doing a lot of stuff by herself. That's because I was in the shed trying to get the weed whacker working. Of course it didn't work. Or I was over there trying to get the zero turn working so I could bring over the trailer. But I don't know what happened. It wouldn't start. I fiddled with it, and now it don't even turn over. So that thing's on my shit list. That's going to be going. Oh, there's an ant climbing in my boot. So that's going to go probably soon. Pissed me off. Maybe I'll get it going, bring it home, put on marketplace for like $400, $300. I mean, the actual deck is shot unless you could fix it. But it does turn over and drive. And it's got new tires. All right, so this is what we got going on here. So still the logs on the outside are pretty wet. The insides are now drying. I'm gonna eat. I'll come back over here. Hopefully they'll just all dry out. I don't know. I might have to turn a couple. I turned a couple already. And then I'll burn them. And then they'll get smaller and smaller and smaller, the fire pit. We still have a lot of branches to cut up over here, and those will go in the fire. And this stuff over here, when I cut it up, I'll keep it for kindling, or just wood for the winter, and I'll split it. This is our wood for the winter. It goes into here. I already split some of it. There's a tree down there. That's all gonna go get cut, brought up here and split. And that's probably going to be our winter wood. There's two or three more trees. I think I'm taking down another one. I got to get along and get going. There's a couple over here coming down. That's because I'll be building the shed. I'm not sure when, but like I said, I don't have a lot of time. That's why I came up here to do this, because we want to get some accomplished. And we did. Jen did a great job. Yeah, she's a rare woman. There's not too many wives that get out there with their husband and go toe to toe and work their butt off to make their, house or property. They're always looking to hire someone, or they let it go to shit, or always point to their man. You do it. My wife's not like that. You guys know if you subscribed and you've been following us for a while. Pops missed out. He said he was going to sit this one out. He's been working a lot. But this is the shit that he loves to do. So when he watches this episode, he'll probably be happy he didn't come because it was so humid and hot. But this is the stuff he loves to do. He loves splitting the wood. He loves cleaning up the yard and stuff like that. So yeah, you missed a good one, Pops. Jen and I really worked, and I showed it. He's always mad that I don't show us working. Let me show you. I showed you over there. Yeah, just looks great. No, just one pizza, just one, because I got off the carnivore diet. I am loosely on a keto diet, but I still lean hard towards the carnivore because Jennifer is still on the carnivore diet, and I don't want to mess her up. So I will have a little pizza once in a while and get those carbs. And yeah, you know, I'm not 100%, but I did lose 12 pounds on the carnivore diet in, like, I don't know, 35 days, 40 days, something like that. And I'm still losing on the keto. I'm running better than I have in over a year. I ran a mile and a half in 10:59 the other day. So that's good. I'm getting back to right before COVID times and stuff. So, but I'll tell you what, I don't feel like I was before COVID. Before COVID, I was probably about 10 pounds heavier with muscle, and I had energy for days. Now, this is kicking my ass. All right, let me get this pizza in me. Maybe I'll get some energy. All right, so it's like 6:30 at night. We called it quits for the day when it started pouring last. Yeah, we did everything we wanted to do. We came up here. I burned through like 6 of my GoPro batteries because I put a lot of the work on fast forward. So you probably watched a lot of that. I'll probably edit so you'll think that we're like never took a break. But we got a lot done. We got a lot done. One bad thing that just happened, I went inside, I had to take a shower because I was a wreck. And some of my pecs popped off over here. And guess what? I took all my plumbing tools home. So lesson learned, I gotta leave my pecs tools here at the cabin and maybe purchase some more to take home. I don't know. But I can't get it back in. It looks like I put that clamp, it must have just grabbed the last bit of the joint and the pressure popped it off, and I can't push it back on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it and put a new one on and just make sure it has a really good bite this time. My fault. Good thing I was done with my shower, you know, we were done washing dishes, so it happened right at the end of my shower. So lesson learned. Tomorrow morning we'll wake up, skip the shower because we'll be going home in the morning as is. Anyway, we do have a backup blue water tote we'll wash our breakfast dishes with. And you know, I'll back up to the backup. Let me show you what I got going on here. It's still burning. I should be probably throwing some more fuel in here, some more dry wood, get some flames going, try to burn this down a little bit more. Like I said, all this stuff has been sitting in the woods here for, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, and it's just it was all wet and nasty. It's going to take me probably a lot of it will burn tonight, like the stuff that's inside. I'll wake up and it'll probably be all gone, and then all this stuff on the outside probably want to back up. In 3 weeks I will start up another fire and get it going again. Sound like something's running in the woods. What could it be? Jason. Yeah, I tested the brush eater, and I made a trail all the way down to the creek. That thing is a beast. I can't get over how cool that thing is. Thanks, Pops. That thing, trust me, I've weed whacked all the way down before when it got like 3 feet high. This thing, you can walk straight down and walk back up and you make a path. But there's a lot more to burn. It's, for me, I know, you guys that just watched this video, you probably know in the beginning this was just a mess. So we did a lot. It's a lot of work. Still got ferns, all these little baby trees and all these shrubs, and all this crap is going. There's a bunch of dead, there's a dead tree over there with a bunch of branches that need to be cut up and burnt. And then I have to get in there and find and look around. With all the ferns, I can't tell what's in there. And there might be some more stumps and some more old crap wood that fell. Might have some fallen trees, I don't know. But I have to get in there probably next time. But this eats up your whole day doing this. And I will probably rent a digger of some sort, get in there, try to rip out some of these stumps, try to grade the land a little bit over here, and push it back another 25 feet. That tree's going. I think this one, that dead pine right there is going, and I think the rest will leave. We're going to have to trim back the tree line here in the back of the cabin, because you can see the branches are coming over and touching the rooftop, and we can't have that. That's how you get little critters get up in there, squirrels or whatever. There's run across, jump over, and then they're making a hole in the attic or something. So I got to fix that. And my pine here is really happy. You see all the pine cones up top? It's really happy. Still, the left side still stunted growth, but it's grown a lot since I took down the maples last year, and now it's probably going to take off. It's going to be a big pine one day. Probably in 10 years, this thing's going to be huge. This one, unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen with that one, because it's so close to the shed. I'll let it grow, and once it starts touching the shed, I'm going to have to trim up the bottoms. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I end up like these. But I love some pine trees. My Christmas tree right there that I grew, that thing, it took off. You could see last year where it was, because I had my Christmas lights. Every year I put a strand of Christmas lights on there, and since last year there's another like 1.5 foot. Ridiculous. It's taken off, but you can see how it's stunting the growth on this side because of all those trees that are blocking the sunlight. All right, let me stop yapping, and I'm going inside to watch Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. It's like 2.5 hours or something. 6:30 now. I'm a wreck, man. My back is killing me. My legs, everything. I'm sore. So I'm gonna sit in one of those lazy boys. Jen's gonna make me some hamburgers, I think, and we're gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I'm gonna hopefully have a really good night of sleep, like I did last night. Last night I slept like a baby, and tomorrow morning head back home. Well, that's all for this episode of Liberty Creek, folks. Thanks for joining us, watching Jen and I work our butts off this weekend. I gotta head home now, see if I can fix my dryer. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you probably in a couple weeks. I'll throw some shorts up, hopefully, in the meantime. So thanks for watching once again. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. That always helps the channel. Go ahead, notification bell, do all those good things. I'll see you on the next one. Go watch some more of my videos. And If you're sitting on the couch all day just playing video games and watching YouTube, get off, go do something, go clean up your yard. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.